Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Smoke and Steel League event for you. Our first map is going to be Garland Stand, and then our second map for today is going to be the Hagerstown Turnpike. Now we have Corn Brigade versus Twin Banners. For today, you can see that from our intro and lovely logos. But before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Here are the current standings of the event. So we're focused on Group D this week, and then we're probably going to rotate to one of the other groups for the next week. Anyways, our teams for today on the Corn Brigade side, you have Corn Brigade, 12th Virginia, Free States Brigade, Shenandoah Regulars, Alabama Volunteer Corps, Colquitt's Brigade, and the Missouri State Guard, whereas on the Union or Twin Banner side, you have 2 Corps, Jackson's Division, 7th Texas, 10th United States, and the 59th New York. Server pop today is 290, in balance of 8 towards the CSA side. Union does have artillery, but they're not taking any. Meanwhile, CSA has 6 on artillery, so that infantry in balance is pretty even. So, frontline reporters today. For your Union side, you have right here from the 59th New York. And then from the CSA side, you have Bades from the Colquitt's Brigade. Very appreciative of both those guys giving us their frontline views. And then co-commentating with me again this week, we have Corded. Corded, would you like to introduce yourself?
What's up? I'm Corded from the 2nd Corps.
So, in your opinion, how does each side try to play Garland Stand to win the match?
This is beautiful. Texans fall in.
CSA is mostly going to react to which side Union goes down, which is usually going to be either the left or the right. Typically, CSA, from their perspective, is going to send a lot of people to the right side at the beginning, because that's the more concealed approach for the Union. They'll usually try to make use of the stone wall as much as they can, at least 7 people in the corner. And that's pretty much it. Basically just watch, see if Union goes on the left side, and do your best to react.
What a very innovative strategy. React to what the attackers do. Anyways, so Union, for the most part, is pressuring the CSA right, as you would normally expect. You do have some Union in the center of the map. Twin Banners, they are just kind of shooting from a distance, which CSA has moved down that stone wall to kind of counter, I guess. So maybe Twin Banners are trying to spread CSA out so the rest of their team can break through. Officers have a Steam chat in this event, so if they want to communicate to each other, they can. But
We got 59th New York, sneaking around the other side of the map on the north side. There are some CSA that saw them. I heard them talking. No one's moved yet.
I don't have a flag over there, but if anything, it could create an overreaction, which is what you kind of want to do. Now, what's interesting today is that the Twin Banners are attacking twice. That's something you normally don't see, especially in a competitive event. The past few weeks, we've seen one team attack, and then the other side, or sorry, that same side will defend for the next round. However, it is considered this map to be a CSA biased map. So I could argue that's very true, especially on the higher pops. Usually don't see Union winning this too much, but of course, that's why you play the match. So Union for now just kind of doing those shots. 59th pull off if some CSA have moved over there. They do have a flag over here, MSG and FSB. So,
Yeah, definitely twice CSA moved over here as 59th had in the corn.
exactly. If only they knew.
The FSB hasn't moved back. They're actually moving farther away from the point. Just a little bit farther.
They're actually going for the point of contention that's all the way down the road. What map is
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Reno's Fall.
Coy, come on, brother. We gotta go to the woods. Let's go. Keep it in the woods. Come on.
So 59th doing a nice little distraction, but Union at least seems very hesitant. 45 minutes is a lot of time, and there's definitely still a lot of time if Union wants to charge and play aggressive, but they can't do this all game. CSA, as mentioned earlier, they have the stone wall, which they are partially using, but also kind of in this center right side of the CSA line, they have the artillery, trees, a lot of big rocks too, and it's just hard to see and shoot through woods. Chaos unfolds. So Holding that CSA right, you got 8th Ohio, and I see some 3rd California guys. Got Alabama Volunteer Corps to their left. 30th Ohio kind of holding the center line here for the CSA, and then Colquitt's is the first group on that stone wall, and then 12th VA is in the center.
The FSB actually pushed up farther into the corn. I don't know if they knew that 59 pulled out, or they just maybe expected some Rambos to be left in the corn, but now they're pulling back out of it.
I mean, 59 did just shoot at them,
Oh, you see him coming
Yeah.
around.
so
Oh, yep. Back in
might be
the
right, and that's why they fell back. So the Union shooting line on the meanwhile, you saw 59th on the right, holding kind of center. They've shifted over a little bit. You have twin banners. Looks like Union's actually pushing forward in the center. 7th Texas. Holy cow, it's a lot of guys. I'm surprised they're running out into the open though to take shots.
Second line, closest line.
I mean, they're deflated a hair,
That is a nice tree, Joker. You're right.
but still you're exposing yourself a lot. They ran kind of far forward. Shifting further left, you got JD, and then holding furthest left for the Union, you got 10th US and 2 Corps.
That guy off that case on northwest?
And Union's actually starting to be down on tickets. Speaking of that, we look at the ticket imbalance of this map. You can see that Garland stand has a 19% ticket advantage towards the Union side. So they have somewhat of a lead, but
Yeah, they're starting to group up. Looks like they're going to start pushing.
I see enemy line north.
CSA is spread out all the way down the road. We'll see how fast they can react. Union is inevitably going to push. That's pretty much
know.
happens anytime in this map.
the attackers charge.
That's crazy.
Could never have thought of that. Something I forgot to mention, the weapons. So on the Union side, they've got 30th Ohio Regiment, even though that's the CSA Lead Regiment. 30th Ohio Regiment in game. They've got the Springfield 55 and 61. And then the other company, the 12th Ohio for the Union, has the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. So they've got normal weapons here. Meanwhile, on the CSA side, both regiments, which is the 13th North Carolina and the 20th North Carolina, both regiments have the option to the Springfield 42, which has buck and ball, the Enfield, and the Springfield 55. So buck and ball, they have that shotgun. So, you know, that makes a lot of sense why CSA would have a good time on this map.
The Union's shifting around a bunch. People that were on the left looks like they're going center, maybe the right side. People that were in the middle are going left. I don't know what's going on. I think 59th is back down. Yep, back down to the north. Got an out-of-line kill.
Oh, Zapstar
There
said
we go.
move. Looks like they're going to go 10 minutes into the round here. Union's down about an eighth of a morale stage right now. Looks like they're going to go for the center. And the question is, how quickly is CSA going to react? Union's going very trickled in. Twin banners out in front. Everyone else is far behind.
They really need 7th Texas to come in. They need to distract the people that are on the wall.
So
That or they need to come in to clean up. I don't know. There's still a lot of CSA down the north. Down to the north, down the
yeah, it
north.
looks like they're now starting to move in. Unions kind of have a foothold on the wall. I don't see Union flags up here. The 7th Texas, that group up top. Yeah, now they're coming in.
Yep.
Looks like Union's down one flag. So hard to see what's going on in the smoke.
Like 8th Ohio hitting the back of 7th Texas, taking down their flag.
So Union's still holding here for a while, but as Court had mentioned, 8th Ohio gets one flag, and it looks like they're going to sweep up and get the remainder of the Union guys here. Looks like Union has lost 4 flags. So that's a clean wipe there, and on top of that, Union is down about a third of a morale stage right now. So rough start there for the Union.
Yeah, and they lost that with FSB still being on that far side. So I think CSA was outnumbered in that area, and they were still able to hold the Union back.
And that's what you get when you
You're
get
gonna
puck and ball.
need a different strategy.
Wait the clock till it hits 0, and then force an infinite overtime.
Boys. Nuke's over here.
No
You gotta
way.
clear the point
All right,
first.
Nuke, we're back from spawn. 15 of us.
So, and it's a rough map for Union. I said this watching other maps, but I think I saw a strategy that 2nd Mississippi, who is now Mississippi Brigade, it was either them or 12th VA. When we did BLN Wednesday originally, what they did is they had their whole team charge the left side, and they didn't bring the flags in with them on that charge, because what they did is they took the flags and ran them all the way to the other side of the map. And by the time Union got defeated in that charge on CSA right, Union got a huge bunch back in through the flag spawn on CSA left, and then they were able to push up there. They tried to bring the flags back again, maybe to repeat it on the other side, but CSA got them before they could get out.
It's a neat idea.
No creativity. Bonsai charge. When we get a
All
1,000,
meta. It's all meta nowadays.
when we get a 1,000-man server,
Press 5.
that's gonna be, aye.
And they're still not gonna make bigger maps.
No. What do you think the cap's gonna be on their server? Because we got 400, right? What do you think they're actually gonna stop at?
Hold it up, data guns.
Say it again.
So we got up to 400 player servers right now in this game. When do you think they're gonna stop? Like, okay, the devs have said that they're gonna keep going and do as much as they can, but when do you think they're actually gonna stop or not be able to get more?
I didn't know where the tent was, and I heard you yell.
I don't know. I'd say like probably 500 is a good stopping point for them.
Sounds like a good number too.
If they wanted to go higher than that, they're gonna have to really do a lot of work on the game, and there's gonna have to be some different maps. Because you can't put 500 people on downtown or Shenandoah Street.
High Street is fun, as is with
Or River
350.
Crossing, holy crap.
It's infinite CSA wave. They're just
Burnside
non-stop coming.
Bridge.
So Union's returned to their lines. They're gonna start doing some shooting, but the problem is they don't get those flags back up. If a guy dies, he respawns back at main. We gotta run up here, and we saw Union was losing tickets to the shootout originally, and they're not gonna be able to shoot as much because they aren't gonna get those respawns back in.
Take aim straight ahead, Texans.
Once again, do not bring your flags in to a charge.
Fire.
If you remember
Back it up.
our video
Back
last
it
week,
up.
they had something similar.
I mean, if you want to take ground, it's a good idea to bring the flags up.
I mean,
And I think
you
Union was
can
trying to do
you
that.
can eventually bring them up, but don't put them in the front or whatever they put them.
That's true. That's fair.
Make sure you have a foothold, and then you can bring them all the way up. Otherwise, it's very risky and stupid.
Releasing BLN's newest tutorial videos is Corded's flag.
Look.
Thorium.
Because right now, Union is they have a lack of options with flags down,
Hey, nice work. It's wraps.
kind of in the center. So it's like they have to go that way. They can't really go far away from their main spawn because those groups don't have flags. They can't get reinforcements very easily, so they kind of just have to go in the same area. Flags are very important. I should eat while commentating more often. This is fun.
Yeah. A little full-on feast. I think one broadcast I did, I was eating popcorn, and
It's a lot more fun to explain
It
stuff
is.
while you're eating.
it is. I was a little nervous. I'm like, is this picking up in the mic?
Because you'd be like, you know, munch. Yeah, flags are pretty important in this game.
We're changing to an ASMR channel.
Just turn up the the compression or something.
Sprint, gentlemen, sprint at the triple
Wait,
wheel.
I
At
can
the
do
triple
that.
wheel.
I have a volume. Let's see if I can do this.
I just finished sparring
Oh
my drink,
boy.
but I'm here.
Sorry for your pre-mixed audio.
Let's go, boys. This
Wait, hang on. I gotta turn off noise suppression.
I am so glad this is what we're going to commentate on the most competitive events
All
that we
right.
cover.
Well, wait, hang on. Let's check it. Union's on the left. All right, so let's start eating. So, nothing's happening. Oh, these aren't crispy enough. I can't. It doesn't crunch well enough.
So the Union flags have despawned, so Union is at least going to be able to get them back. As Corey mentioned, they can't do a whole lot, but they're just kind of spreading out, shooting their shots. See a couple of Union guys are moving back in from Maine, which they have those 2 flags.
Oh, I thought this is just a rainbow. This is a CSA Rambo Piranha attack. I don't think he's with anybody.
Here's some orange juice.
He's up to your south. Yep.
Ah, what do you mean, a level 1 player? Wait, did he either guess the server password, which would kind of be crazy? Honestly, it's a 3-word password. It's
There's probably many ways to get that password.
well, a level 1 player.
All right, is he gonna hit anybody? Is he aiming at anybody?
I mean, he's aiming in the general direction of Union, who is gathering up on the left side. It looks like they're gonna go, so we will never know if he hit a shot. The Union's gonna try hitting far left this time.
Scream if you like men.
And so,
At the very least, going toward this left side, hitting a small route, you're gonna at least let the CSA have to come to you. So let yourself be the defender for a little bit. Get up there, reform.
CSA trying to move over to assist. Kind of have 2 prongs here. Looks like there's a lot of Union who are sitting back.
They don't all want to go in just yet.
7th Texas JD went in. Union did not charge their flags forward. Rest of CSA collapsed on them, and here comes the rest of the Union. Maybe Union was trying to hit them from behind and surprise them, but it might have spread Union out too much, and CSA might be able to overwhelm. It is. We'll see though. CSA losing a lot of tickets though. This is really all that matters for Union. Union not bringing the flags forward.
At the very least, it's forcing CSA to stay in melee, which is good for Union.
Hey, motherfuckers, we're back.
All flags are safe for Union.
Hello, Yankee. Bye, Yankee.
So CSA about to hit engaged. Ticket difference is still, yeah, look at that. It's still a 4th of a morale stage right now. It's going to grow in CSA's favor a little bit. There's a couple of Union guys still straggling forward, and that's not going to help their tickets. And when charges last longer, that's generally good for an attacker, but this is not a charge. This is just Union rambles going in at this point. But it's taken 20 minutes to get CSA down 1 whole morale stage. This might be a CSA bias map. I don't know.
Alright. CSA's trying to countercharge a little bit. Maybe not.
I mean, I
Just
don't.
gonna stop.
Union gonna fall back, trying to keep the flags alive, but they're just doing a mass retreat. CSA pursuing.
Damn, I was just about to kick their ass.
Boys, back! Don't stop here! Niccolo, you're gonna die! Move! I can't
Wish they could have left
forever!
they could at least let the flags go away. I wish they would have kept the infantry there. Because people that are just running away are going to be skirmishing and outline tickets.
I guess, but at this point, Union kind of can't risk any ticket loss. I don't know if they would have necessarily got a ticket gain out of that.
I don't make fell.
Can't do us.
So we'll see where Union goes next. So CSA reforming, they're obviously going to reform a little quicker than Union. Union protecting the flags, which is good, so they can keep doing stuff if they want. And so, I wonder if I should be like some of the sports channels that I watch. They'll ask a lot of questions in the video, like, "Who do you think is the MVP for this game?" Put it in the comment section. We should start doing that for these. Like, where do you think the Union's gonna go next? Put it in the.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little different type of video than this, where instead of just a broad question about everything. Union's almost down half morale stage. There's a couple CSA Rambos going forward. some Corn Brigade guys, which Fear will and Tom will get some of those kills there.
Behind that tree. North.
But good round here from Corn Brigade so far. They're reacting very well. It's what you need to do to win. You can't be slow on any of it.
Watch your fire, watch your fire.
It's like Eastwood Skirmish, for example. If CSA can react quickly, it can do great things on that map. So Union's got to find some way to get behind and at least hold there for a while. But I don't know if you want to call it width of the map that CSA is defending on. It's not terribly wide, so CSA can kind of react quickly and cover everything. And that's, again, what you get with these higher pop servers. You could argue if they're a good thing or not, but one thing for sure is that the defenders can guard the entire width of a lot more maps with more men. Who would have thought? But you've seen over the years the defenders win a lot more for that exact reason.
I saw canister rip down the 7 Texas line, lined up straight down that snake fence.
I see a couple bodies.
Good job, artillery. That's like the first time I've ever said that on PLN.
It's gonna be clipped for the rest of eternity.
For real. That's the best time I've seen canister used. Except for like one time when like triple canister came out, and even then that was less kills. This is the perfect place to have canister.
Actually, it's Rivers Crossing and Burntime Bridge. That's more perfect.
Okay, look. As far as Burnside Bridge goes, you gotta get a cannon up there first, and you know. You gotta
that's true.
try and
I
keep
remember
back long enough.
I remember I played a public match, and I don't know if it was on that 24-hour swim I rig, but geez, that was a while ago. But
Yeah. Great thing about this one is that you don't have to worry about counter battery.
I don't think you ever need to worry about counter battery.
I mean,
I mean, it can be there, but the odds that it flips a cannon or something, I don't think I've seen a flipped cannon in a long time.
yeah, it's been a while.
So,
I wonder if they changed it.
Banners to the star.
but the public match I played with artillery on Burnsides, the guys and I, we rolled up a bunch of cannons and caissons and whatnot. We spent like 20 minutes doing that. By the time we actually rolled them up, our team was about to hit last stand, so we just rolled the gun onto the bridge. It was beautiful.
Hmm. Okay. Unions, I'd imagine they'd make a move soon. They've got everybody together. There we go.
They've gotta. Are they going down same side?
I know this game sometimes.
You know this game sometimes?
Corden knows.
Corey knows. A&B doesn't know anymore. Anyways, here comes Union. Trying to hit the corner again. The question is, are they going with everyone? It looks like they are. Some Union looks to be sitting back kind of in the center, which I don't like that decision. Of course, we'll see if it pays off. CSA holding.
Flags are in. That's not great.
One Union flag down. CSA hitting the Union that held back, which was mostly 2-core. 2-core held back last charge, but I think that was a designed idea. And CSA wipe again. Union's down half a morale stage, and they hit taken losses.
What do you think the Union's doing wrong here?
I mean, what else can you do outside of that one crazy meta that I talked about earlier, where you just charge one side, bring the flags to the other? I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just the circumstances. Like Rivers Crossing, for example, for CSA, that's just the circumstance. Like that map needs a rebalance. Like Union needs to have less tickets on that map, because these days you can't even
Reminds
see
me
Union
of those buddy stretches.
drop to last stand. You rarely see CSA win.
Never
Yeah.
thought I'd say it.
But
Stabby, stabby,
One
I
thing
mean-
that might be good for the Union to do is to send people in different directions, sort of, even just from that left side.
yeah,
Like
possibly.
having people go straight across the road, have some people go right toward the corner.
Yeah,
I mean,
at least
because the
changing it up.
CSA that's countercharging, getting under size, that's what's really killing them right now.
Yeah,
So I think,
you.
yeah, so if they can just beat the CSA right where they are, might be better.
Yeah, I would agree.
Or just roll everyone the same side and just keep it going. Don't stop at
Well,
one group.
it's not working. The ticket disparity has grown since they've started that. I don't think it's changed much since the last charge, but
I think it got worse.
you
Maybe just a little.
could be right.
I think it may have been like a quarter, now it's a half.
You fuck. Stop smoking
But
weed.
no, they got to change something up, definitely. I mean,
Mhm.
this is going to be a hard map to win. The circumstances are there. But you could still try to change things up. If something hasn't worked twice now, you probably shouldn't do it again.
You're the fake news.
And if you give it your all, it's really all that matters in the end. But I guess it's not all that matters in the end because there's a playoff possibility on the line, even though we're really early into the season. We still got a few months in the season, I think.
Back to the
I don't remember.
original positions.
They chose like worst really.
So Union's pushing up again. Those flags have a 5-minute despawn timer, which it looks like only one of them is down, which is good for Union. But yeah, I think that disparity grown bigger. Oh, yeah.
Yankee stuff. Stop playing Yankee
So
stuff.
Union's going up on this left side again.
Well, yes.
We're role
Unfortunately, we
playing.
are Yankee.
Allegedly.
We're role playing as tyrants right now.
So, I mean, really, the only way Union gets a chance on this map if you play normal metal for Union, which is what Union's doing. CSA has to play really bad and not respond, and CSA's doing that.
Mhm. What they might try to do is send some Union groups in, and then let a lot of other Union groups hold back and fire at any CSA that comes to meet them. Because if you're trying to go up against Buckenball, you don't want to really get up close, especially if you're down on tickets.
I feel like they've done that the past couple of charges, though. Like, some Union charged it and some stayed
I don't
back.
think so. Oh, well, some stayed back. But they didn't.
Here they go.
They were delayed. They weren't trying to stay back
Nice already
to
shot.
shoot.
Fourth time's the charm, they say.
Yeah.
Buckenball is shredding through the initial part of this wave. Holy crap.
Here comes CSA reinforcements.
Union keeping guys back, kind of, or late into the charge, regardless of CSA just mass charging. CSA kind of spread out right now. I almost... Whoever's playing that sound pad, that sounds stupid. But, I don't know. I kind of think that's an interesting idea, though, Corey. Like, feinting an attack, and then kind of retreating and setting up a defensive line to bait CSA to charging you instead of you charging them. Because at least in that instance, you could set up your defensive line and be spread out a little more.
Yeah.
Kind of counter Buckenball. Not that that does it a whole lot, but it's something.
And CSA got even more flags this time.
Yeah, I see.
FSB went deep into the woods after flags.
3 flags are down. CSA almost have taken losses. That ticket gap definitely grew even larger. So, oh hello. I always love the spectator cam. You could tell when everyone's spawning back in with a little lag that you get.
I spawned in just in time to see the enemy counterattack and wipe us.
Quickly, Texan.
As it frequently does, but that's okay. Look.
I love Garland Stand.
So,
On the
My
major, gentlemen.
favorite map.
we'll hit him again and we'll break him. Trust.
And the stand of them will break.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They will quick time across the open. Honestly, that would kind of based, but I wonder how this map plays on 100, 150 man pop. Not that we really see that anymore unless you play in morning or night hours.
It's okay.
At least from an American time zone perspective.
Fuck yeah, they're jamming. Holy shit.
Probably similar to
Yeah,
this.
we be jamming.
Let's go, boys.
I'm in. Yo.
I love you.
Still got that pebble in my boot.
I mean, if it's smaller pop though, you can definitely get around the opponent easier.
Yeah. Maybe.
Also, it's pubs versus an event. You don't really see, at least the major ones, having 100, 150 men.
Yeah, I think it's
So y'all have kept up with the
it
guy
kind of
who
goes
ran
both
the
ways.
whole
Sometimes,
time?
a lot of times the teams are gonna get unbalanced in pubs as far as skill level. I think sometimes your attackers are gonna be, or one team's gonna be better at attacking, another team's gonna be better at defending.
Go around Texas. We're going
And a lot of
We're going
times
to
those don't line up.
Star, Texas.
So it's either like on this map, CSA could be really good at defending and Union's just bad at attacking in pubs. So, and it could be vice versa on a different day.
Can't wait for the day for one regiment to take up a full side with server.
What shit?
Yeah. It's a nice part about Hell Let Loose, at least, when they do the competitive stuff, is servers are 100 pop, and so they do one regiment or
Yeah.
one group versus another.
When it was 150 servers, it happened for some groups, but not now.
So Union running up, picking up the flags that were dropped, so they'll get them back. The CSA artillery trying to shoot, but there was no one there to hit.
I think it might not be the worst idea to, if you had just picked up the flags, run straight for that corner. I don't think CSA would expect it. You could probably just jump right over that fence, take the wall. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be right up close, but you know, what's the difference between what you've been doing?
I mean, nothing is working. I mean, Union could try to chop down the trees, and maybe they'd land on the CSA in a domino effect.
Get dark before you get in position.
It's like in Glory when they shot the artillery at the trees, and the trees broke
Oh,
apart.
I was thinking of Gettysburg
Ah.
when Longstreet's talking to Hood.
We're just sitting here, right?
Let me move my artillery. You have to cut these down. It'll be dark before you're in position. Something like that.
That's gonna be the next
Oh,
War of
hold
Ice.
on.
It's gonna be the next War of Ice update. Destructible trees.
Come on, go for the corner. Go for the corner.
I don't think it's gonna work, but you know what else is gonna work?
Don't stop. Please don't stop there. Don't stop on the fence. Please don't stop on the fence.
There they go.
Live in Texas. Warn them of the canister.
Yeah, all please be canister. Oh
There
my,
it is.
Yeah.
There. Whips right through.
I don't know if it lags for you when you're spectating, but the shot happens and lag.
Look, I saw them fall on my screen. I looked at your screen and I saw them fall again. It was great.
Yeah, beautiful. And here we go.
No. Do not take those flags in.
Get back.
Yeah, there goes one. And now it's coming back. He sees it.
Yes, they're starting to counter charge. Where did the Union line go? My boys.
My boy.
You got a couple Union groups going across the center now. CSA in taking losses. Union about to hit breaking. The ticket gap might have grown. Let's see, you got a couple 2-core guys kind of in these center rocks.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh,
Moving back.
they can take them. A 10 versus the whole CSA team.
Yeah.
Let them
Okay,
cook.
they're still trying to get those flags out. My God. And they're all down. 3 flags down right in front of the CSA. And another flag is getting closer. Oh my God.
He's just standing there. Jefferson Davis, he's trying to hold the
Someone
flag.
get him out of there.
Oh my goodness. He's still spawning in guys. I think he's trying to get the flag. Spam goes down. Wixer and Silver still there.
Jeff, you can't pick up a flag.
Oh no. Silver. Red Zilla now running up.
You can't dual wield flags. Don't go in by yourself. I mean, it might work, but
Does
there,
not work.
that's-
I mean,
not
he
when
enters in
you have
over.
that much ground to cover and all that CSA looking at you.
I almost wonder, not that CSA should do this, but CSA could definitely push past that fence line,
Yeah, probably.
or their defensive line, and just kept trying to trap you in their spawn.
I've wanted to do that before, but the people with sense say no.
I mean, it should work for CSA.
Look.
There's no reason why it
Okay.
wouldn't work.
You can get pretty close to Union spawn.
I
And you can get that southern hayfield or whatever he's called a decent amount as CSA and fire into their spawn, get close to that snake fence from there in their spawn. Like you can kind of box them in a little bit.
I saw.
If you're on counterattack and you wipe the Union, give it a shot. Send a video.
I was watching a public match where, no, I wasn't watching. I was watching someone else's video of them spectating, commentating, and CSA was like half doing that. It was interesting. Anyway, 7th Texas is running out into the center field. I think they're just trying to get the flags, but they are not stopped. I don't know why they're not going up against the snake fence.
Oh, they're just stopping there and reloading.
Oh, Canister gets 3. Flags just get out. Oh.
I heard Dixon go, oh, let's go. Oh my god, we don't have loads.
Oh, there goes Dixon.
Oh my god.
They get the flags out, but 8 minutes left. A whole morale stage down on tickets. You know,
there's actually a flipped cannon for CSA.
no shot.
Which means they definitely flipped their own cannon.
Yeah, because Union has not taken artillery. Where's the flipped cannon?
It's in the back.
The back?
Are you gonna shoot them?
Oh, there it is. Hello.
Yep.
Agrippa is on top of it.
Oh, we're gonna get a right side push for Union.
Now, if Union does take that right side, if they go up the stone wall towards point a little, Union could cap the point from down here, if I remember right.
Yeah, they don't have to go very far. Pretty much right past that like second stone wall.
I saw a GOA match, and the Union, first thing they did was charge that, and they held it, capped the point, held it for like 15 minutes, and then half the team was like, we're going to leave. And they left, and CSA retook it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So, Union's got to go. They're very spread out. You can see the rest of CSA is already starting to move in. But Union's so spread out here. They don't have a lot of time on the clock. But we'll see how this goes. 59th in the front. FSB initially holding this, but it looks like 12th VA and MSG have arrived. Union trying to hold in the corn. You got some Union going across the open field under the rocks in the open. They're not going to get a whole lot of hits from over there. Now it looks like they're charging.
I'm a fan of the Hail Mary attempt. 7 Texas running straight across the field. Might be enough to distract these CSA reinforcements. Union, I'd say, go down there and hold that line over on the corn. There's no real use to come up there. CSA is just going to come right at you. They aren't going to have a stone wall to really, stop themselves and fire down at you. CSA right now is the one in the open. Take this opportunity to shoot them down.
Yeah, Union's at least holding the corner. CSA now starting to trickle down at them.
They've got a decent amount of people down there. CSA's got a little more
Union
now.
flag retreating.
Yeah, they gotta be careful with those flags. They got 3 of them in the corn.
They could just run them out of bounds if they're going to get overwhelmed, but it's
They
kind of
could, but they gotta know how to do that.
2 Union flags, all 3 flags running. CSA is going to take this back. I was going to say you mentioned the Hail Mary attempt. My coach likes to call that a lot in my Road to Glory and college football video game. Praise be.
You got flags.
You got one flag running out of bounds.
I think Union could still win this game. I'm kidding, by the way.
Okay, what? It's like 2 flags are out of bounds? It's like that flag's getting back.
Oh my goodness.
What?
You know what's wild is looking to the north. I've always looked at this as the Garland Stand map.
Yeah.
I did not realize that was Reno's, right?
Yep.
It never clicked in my head that was that.
It's all on one map.
Ain't no way.
It's all Maryland?
That's actually wild. I don't know why that never clicked in my head. I've always seen that, but I guess... What the heck? All right. Learn something new every day. Only been doing this for... It's almost...
So did you not know that you go to the southwest, you get Cox's push?
Oh my. Hold
Oh
on.
my god.
Hold on. I didn't realize it. Okay, we're learning 2 things today.
Dude, but every map is
I,
on the map.
I know that, but when I've always looked around on South Mountain, I'm like, they're probably
South
just
Mountain
far away.
South Mountain is kind of hard to look around in.
What the heck? All right, where's the other maps?
This is all just trees and
Where's
corn and
Hatches?
stuff. Oh crap! I don't remember where it is.
Is that okay? That's Colquitt's. To the north, further northeast. Okay.
Hey, what's going on with the game? Oh, we got a little bit.
Guys,
Yep,
this is a
real
very
quick.
competitive event.
Oh, yeah. If you go to
What do we got? Hatches and Andersons?
go from Colquitt's to the northeast, then you'll get Hatches. And okay, Union hasn't charged yet.
Oh my goodness, that's
I got
Hatches.
8 seconds. All right,
All right, I'm
Unions
gonna
are-
zoom out. I'm so
you're not-
far out.
they're not charging yet.
Dude, I can hear Zapstar yelling
right.
through a frontline reporter's POV.
Here we go.
Yeah, Union's going.
All right, we'll keep these flags up. We'll watch see if Cancer does its thing.
Oh, canister for CSA any second now. There it is.
One of them was Cancer. One of them was something else.
Keep on charging, keep on charging.
Why would you do
keep
something
on
else?
Charging.
The Union bomb's eyeing in. They're about to hit final push. You have some CSA from the open field going in for a flank. That is FSB. And Union completely slaughtered. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, CSA already shot. Hit a tree, ricocheted. Back towards their line.
A little bit more imbalanced right now in the past few minutes, but yeah.
13 men. I know SR balanced over, but I'm not gonna lie. Even with that many men, I don't know if it would have mattered.
Yeah.
I mean, the charges were not ever that close, which you could argue is because of that 13-man imbalance, but I don't think that's a good enough argument. So, anyways, Corded, your thoughts of this round of Garland stand?
CSA did a good job reacting to whatever the Union was gonna do. CSA won all the charges. There's nothing else to say about that. Union tried. It's not an easy Union map so much anymore. So good job.
Lemon, you need to shut
All
up
right.
because you're not wrong.
So, I guess we won't know for last round, but I wonder where Anderson's counterattack is on the grand scheme of things.
Huh? I don't know. It's fairly balanced, as long as Union
What, this
stays
map?
defensive.
Or
I said
Anderson's?
Anderson.
Oh. Yeah,
That one's fairly balanced.
CSA countercharging. I don't know if I'd agree with that.
Well, okay. It's not one of those one-sided maps.
Okay, it's
I
better than this map. That's for sure.
They're in the field, they're in the field!
So, good win here from CSA. And Horn Brigade is going to get the first win here. They're also defending next round on Hagerstown. We'll get the updated stats for this round and more once the after action report finishes. But yeah, I mean, CSA just played it well. It's not very hard, at least from a CSA perspective. I mean, you still got to play well, and that's what CSA did exactly. You got to react quickly, and with a Steam chat, you should be doing that, and they did that. So, well done to CSA. And with that all being said, here's the lovely overview. Again, Union, I think you got to change things up in the middle of the way. They kind of did, but you got to try something unconventional to win on this map, whether it be sending all your guys one way, sending the flags down the other side, or just attacking numerous places at once. Now, I can understand not wanting to attack numerous places at once because it spreads you out as an attacker, and defenders just blob up and hit. It'll defeat you in detail pretty quickly, but if charging as a team doesn't work, you got to try something else. Anyways, we will see you all shortly here for round number 2. Alrighty, here are the stats for the previous round, if you want that stuff. But anyways, with that all being said, let's start here with our third round. The Hagerstown Turnpike. Now the sides did not switch, so Twin Banners are still playing as Union. They're attacking on Corn Brigade is leading the CSA defense again. However, unlike last map, this map is a little more favorable towards the Union side. If we look at the ticket imbalance of this map, we can see that unlike the 19% of last round, it's 24% more advantageous to the Union. But Corden, what are your thoughts on strategy for both teams on this map?
CSA, they gotta be pretty conservative on this map, unless they just wanted to start out super aggressive and pin Union in their spawn, but that's not really gonna happen at this point. The forest is someplace you gotta do. You gotta be careful as CSA because you can get surrounded from the hill, that main big hill northeast of the forest, and then the one to the north. Otherwise, kind of to the west of the point, you got a little bit of a defilade, and then you really just have to watch out to your east as the CSA, because Union can get around and get some fire on you.
Well, there's none
As
there.
Union, you do it. Yeah, as Union, you kind of have to worry about CSA artillery a little bit sometimes. Kind of just depends on how they play it. Corn Brigade is sending a lot of people on artillery, at least to get these guns up. I think they're sending guys to the front. Oh well, maybe to pull some of those back. Maybe let's load them for some reason.
See anyone come near this cannon, you gotta
At least with canister, would be all right.
Well, speaking of that, we can look at the balance here. It's 300 now. Imbalance is 1. I don't know who balanced over. Somebody did. Or maybe it just fixed itself. It looks like MSG balanced over from CSA to Union, so appreciative with that. Union has 7 artillery, and as Cordy mentioned, CSA's got a lot. They've got 11. So that imbalance is actually pretty perfect infantry-wise. So Union's going to be spending 10 or so minutes rolling up the guns. Anyways, weapons for this map. Union, they have 14th Brooklyn Regiment, which has the Enfield. The other regiment, 6 Wisconsin, they have the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. Meanwhile, on the CSA side, the 9th Louisiana Regiment has Springfield 42 and the Springfield 55, so they got buckeball. Then the other regiment, the 1st Louisiana Zouaves, has the Springfield 42 and the Mississippi. So, again, similar to last round, CSA is going to have overpowered defensive weapons. And, interestingly, CSA is actually playing ultra conservative on this map. Usually you'll see CSA, sometimes. They'll at least have guys kind of in the corner to the west of where Union is at on that hill. Maybe not on the fence directly, but a little further back. But CSA looks like they're trying to play the long haul, force Union to come to them so that they can have an advantageous fight. I don't think Union can get into the woods, unlike the CSA. So CSA looking to use that as an advantage. Maybe have Union run up this center side and catch them in a pinch.
Yeah, if CSA kind of holds back, Union is eventually going to have to come up to them. Staying back and shooting from this far away is not going to drive Jacobs down enough. JT is the group that's going to be right up next to the CSA.
Yeah, it almost feels like we're going to watch last round all over again, which that worked well for CSA. So, you mentioned that 2 Corps won last season on this map, correct?
I may have mentioned that. We were CSA and Corn Brigade was Union.
Was that the tiebreaker?
Yeah, it was the tiebreaker.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask.
Quite tense.
I didn't know if it was the tiebreaker or if it was the, like...
Yeah.
Anyways.
I think we played Garland Stand as... What?
Did you choose to play a CSA or did you choose the map? I don't know. Remember the tiebreaker.
I can't remember.
Look at this guy.
But Garland Stand was one of the maps from like the previous week, I think. I think we lost it as Union.
Wow.
So I don't remember what the other one was.
You know what, Texans? Go over.
Anyways.
Union's starting to get a little bit closer.
Actually, JD.
Maybe not.
Nah, Union as a team has kind of pushed forward. I wonder how Union's going to approach this. I mean, they could try to go through the open field, as you mentioned earlier, but CSA artillery can get nice shots on you. But
yeah, I mean,
I guess
you could send a Union group out to the east next to the CSA artillery to at least turn them that direction. And then you don't really have to worry about them so much in the open field.
I mean,
So,
Union could also go down the road from the north to the south that goes along the point. Because at least that definitely leads them a little from the wood side. Obviously, CSA could run up and over, but... looks like JD is more of a scouting force who's just trying to see where CSA is at. The crazy part is 6 minutes into this round and barely anyone's lost anything.
Yep.
Except for JD, who just lost 2 guys. Wow.
So far, CSA is doing a good job. Just buying time, waiting for Union to come to them. That's the good way to do it as a defender.
I think a few times I've seen this where Union will cap point and then CSA will eventually overtake Union, retake the point, and you have a ticket lead after that. I really wonder if that's CSA plan. Because that point of contention, wide open. Nothing there to really cover you.
Yeah.
And
Very open for artillery.
CSA's got that bucket ball too.
Yeah. Union pushing one gun up the road. I don't know what the plan is with it. Is there another one getting pushed up? Yeah, they're pushing 2 up.
Who is that? Twin Banners? 59, so Sussie's heading that way. I guess it's not a bad idea for them to do that because they're in charge. They get the overview at least of the whole field. I would at least think this is, outside of seeing that woods maybe, this is probably a better spot. So
yeah, natural reaction is from CSA is to put people over there to meet them, and they already have people on that side. Alabama Volunteer Corps, is that AVC?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then 8th Ohio. They're all, and actually 30th Ohio is like behind CSA spawn. I'll just sit behind the artillery.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, we're almost about to kill 10 minutes of this round, and CSA hasn't taken a dent. I mean, same as Union, but as a defender, that doesn't really matter.
Union's sending a lot of people to the left side.
Unless they plan to charge, maybe they just want to get into a nice shootout long range. Maybe they make that buck and ball ineffective, but CSA is still very, very far back.
It's not a bad idea from the Union because if you kind of flip the map into an east-west engagement, it's going to be a lot easier for Union with their rifles, assuming they cap the point. They do have to be cautious of any CSA going to that Union Hill and kind of getting around them. That's kind of the only real thing you'd have to worry about as Union.
That's not.
But it does involve capping the point. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I almost wonder if that is a good idea. If Union forms this big line, you can't shoot your opponent down to breaking last stand in 36 minutes. That's not going to be possible at this range, but if you capture that point, consistently force CSA to come out, but not necessarily get into a melee and keep it at a long distance shootout, could definitely be a way to win the game and kind of draw this out. I mean, I played a Cook's countercharge match like late 2020 or I think late 2020. I don't remember off the top of my head. But that match went for an hour and 12 minutes and we won as Union.
Alright, keep watching this 7th Texas group. They're all bunched up. We might see a little bit of artillery.
I mean, they're canister magnets so far.
I mean, the thing is, you don't want to be facing this way if you're trying to avoid artillery.
I mean, where else are you going to face as Union if you want to have cover?
I mean, at this point, the straight fence is arbitrary. It's not really going to give you that much cover. You know, CSA that's over there, they're going to hit you anyway.
Hello.
There you go.
That killed 2.
Because if you're doing what the rest of the Yang is doing, their line is facing the artillery. They can't really get any like collateral damage from a shell going through or canister pellets ripping through multiple people. They can only really hit one person.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair point.
Yeah, they also don't need this many people on the point to cap it.
I mean, a lot of those guys aren't on point. I wonder if they're like that, though, just in case CSA go up and over from the woods to try to hit them, which, from
I mean,
CSA's
they can,
perspective, they do.
but that's what you want to happen. I mean, you don't really want them to stay farther to the west where they have this defilade. Let them come to the fence where there's not much cover and they're kind of out in the open, and you have cannons be able to look straight down that straight fence on the road.
So Union smartly cap. It's going to be a long match unless... I mean, I think it's going to be a long match regardless.
They brought the Napoleons. I hope they weren't planning on using canister.
Oh, yes.
Who, Union or CSA?
Union. They're also having trouble getting the cannons through the
They're trying to shoot the fence. Anyways, yeah. 12th VA pushed up. They're not on point, doesn't look like. You also got Corn Brigade pushing up. Now CSA, I don't know. We'll see if CSA tries to go in or just try to edge cap. It looks like they're going to get up a little closer. Corn Brigade holding 12th VA going up to that fence as mentioned. And this is what you want as CSA. Saw one guy drop 2 Union guys.
Shoot him out. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Get back over here with us, buddy.
And Union's up on tickets a little bit. This is really, really good for Union. Now they just got to keep doing this for the rest of the game. Now if they don't win the shootout here at close range, then I don't think there's really much more Union could have done. But I think Union's doing the best strat that they can.
It's not bad because even if CSA recaps the point, they're still going to be out in the open field.
Right. I mean, CSA will regain a little tickets here from retaking the point since they're down. But, I mean, as long as Union keeps the tickets even overall, that's really all you kind of need. Union's losing on this right side a little bit. A lot of Union positioned on the far left side, using some rocks as cover. CSA is actually charging Union on the right side. This is a good idea from CSA. I think you're trying to get us ticket lead as CSA, which it's almost there.
More CSA actually charging into the field. They're not supposed. They're not okay. They get pulled back.
I mean, that was a good little charge there. Union got their flags out. Tickets overall, they're even. Maybe, I don't know. It looks almost slightly in CSA's favor. But, so CSA retake. I wonder, I mean, CSA's probably going to hold back behind the defilades where they were before the cap. And then once Union goes up to cap, I wonder if CSA is going to let them take the point or not. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, Corded? If Union tries to take it again, do you just prevent it, let the clock keep ticking, or do you let them cap so then you can countercharge and really get a ticket?
Big question. Because like, if you try to keep the point up, then Union's just gonna keep like matching the same amount of people that you bring in. So you're eventually going to start losing tickets that way. And then if they cap it, timer stops. Let's repeat that again. So you kind of have to figure out what you want to sacrifice, time or tickets.
I mean, I guess planning it out like that, I almost feel like it'd be better to let Union take and then charge them out. CS actually pulled really far back.
I don't think they need to pull that far back.
Yeah, no, they got some defilades. I mean, you do have some JD, actually it's SR and JD guys that are kind of shooting on that side, and maybe CSA is a little worried with that, but...
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see CSA take that hill during the counterattack. It'd be a nice position to be on. From there you could stage people looking from the hill down to the southeast, right along this long Union skirmish line, kind of defeating the whole purpose of it.
It'd be a nice little flank. So
it would be, yeah.
Union's gonna retake again. It only took Union 2.5, 3 minutes to actually 2.5 minutes to get reorganized and then cap that point again. So Union's moving fast. They protected the flags. not a whole lot of Union got into an actual melee. And so this is going exactly as you would want it for Union. And I mean, in a matter of 4 or 5 minutes here, maybe a little more than that, both sides have dropped a significant amount. More importantly, CSA is down a lot. And now it's CSA's turn to kind of react to what Union's doing. So,
Yeah.
great play here from Twin Banners.
Thing CSA has to watch out for is anticipating the cap, because you can see a lot of people on this right side for CSA. They extended out before the cap went up. So if Union, notices that CSA is coming out before the cap, they can pause the capping and then just go in for whatever kills they can. CSA would just be losing straight tickets. And there's more room for Union to come down to the south side and kind of where 59th New York is, and get on both sides of 8th Ohio and AVC.
They're not even shooting at us, guys.
So CSA doing a similar thing to last time. They're getting up and close, getting some shots off. I'm surprised they're not going in right away. I wonder why they're hesitant to charge. Because the longer this counterattack goes, both sides are losing tickets, and that is what you do not want as a defender, especially when your strategy is to just bleed the clock. 12th VA going back a little bit, actually. Maybe they're going to try to go around the side or charge that hill, as you mentioned. I mean, there is a Union flag. Why is JD's flag down up there? 12th VA is going to charge them, though, and they're going to win that.
I wish FSB was still up there. They were at the corner firing at top of the hill. I think they're just getting word now that both teams are taking it. They're getting their loads. But it would be a nice position for CSA to take.
They're taking it. Union actually shifting over to adjust to where 12th VA is. Looks like it's 2 core. It's going to get some shots over there. Union flag is dropped. FSB is now moving back over here. Maybe they're going to reposition where 12th VA is, but CSA not really trying to contest. Corn Brigade pulls off. 12th VA trying to get closer, but they're kind of going in on their own right now. Masterclass, really, from Union. Plenty of match still to play, but it's kind of getting to a point where, as CSA, you need to find some way to get a ticket lead on Union. And right now, CSA is way too spread out to effectively charge out Union. 59th New York is going for a little old flank here on CSA already. And they're just going to kind of harass from a distance. CSA actually going to make an attempt in center now. That being Corn Brigade. Now, is Union going to let them take, or are they going to try to reinforce?
I mean, I think you go both ways.
I mean, as long as you have a ticket lead.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to, I guess, push up and try to defend a position, and then once you realize you're starting to be down on tickets, you frantically yell to get your guys back. I don't know how well that works. I guess it depends on the team.
FSB's pulling off that big hill, and I kind of wish more teams. Yeah, they're going center right now. I kind of wish more teams would take this opportunity when you have a counterattack timer to get aggressive and take the positions that you normally wouldn't be able to take during the regular game. Like for this map, the big reason CSA doesn't try to take that big hill at the start is because a lot of Union is able to get there before them. Because if they take that hill, then it's going to be pretty difficult for Union to get out of their spawn. But at this point, CSA has an opportunity to go for that hill. They don't really have to worry about tickets, and it would still be a great position even if the Union takes that south side away from you. Because that's right where your spawn is. There's a big hill that you can spawn people behind and kind of stage them, and then once you've gotten that hill, you can work your way back to the south, or you, as CSA, you might be able to get to the east. I can't even remember. But there's a lot of opportunity to be really great counterattackers on this map. So then we got FSB, Core Brigade, and 12th VA on this big hill. I hope they have plans.
I don't know if they would have had a plan, because their plan from the start seemed to be ultra defensive, and I don't know if they. I don't know.
Counterattack.
I don't know how deep the plans go in strat sketch. I guess it depends on the person leading, but
Yeah, I mean, even not things that aren't on the strat sketch, you might just have to keep to yourself. Sometimes you don't want to overwhelm people with information.
what do you mean by that? Who are you calling out here?
I ain't calling out anybody. We didn't have a conversation before this.
No,
recorded.
not at all. And now everyone's going to be wondering, who are they talking about?
Good about
It's no one in this event.
some
That's all
people.
I'll say.
Well,
Do not be afraid. Anyways.
you're not free.
Union almost looks to be going down on tickets right now. Union's not moving in for a cap.
I mean, you don't have to. These is coming out towards you over the top of this hill.
Tickets are starting to be lost for Union. That bar is dropping for Union. That's a fourth of a morale stage difference now. I don't know. I never really cared for Hagerstown Turnpike, but watching it so far tonight, this has definitely improved this map's opinion. Or my opinion of this map has improved a lot. I like maps when you can actually do different tactics and use the game mechanics to the max, and we're definitely seeing that tonight. It's the unfortunate part with, or fortunate, whatever your opinion, it's subjective. I think it's unfortunate, but the European events, you could argue some NA events as well. They have a bunch of fancy rule sets and whatnot. They like to play historical, like no bayonets till 30, no sprinting until 30 and whatnot, right? And that's fine and all, but a lot of the European events, they don't like to push the game's mechanics to the max. They just like enjoying the game how it was historically intended to be, like double ranks and whatnot.
How dare they?
Yeah, how dare they play the way they want to play? But I like it when the mechanics and whatnot are pushed to the absolute max. And so this is great. This is going to be a long round. I mean, this recording is 1 hour and 8 minutes so far, roughly. I think a little less. And we still got 28 minutes left on the clock. This could be like 1 hour, 30-minute recording.
About to get paused again.
There it is. So, Union cap, they're going to try to draw CSA in. Union slightly down on tickets. They're still in a fine place. Obviously, as Union, you would like to get those tickets back. And we'll see how they do it. It seems that Hill you were talking about, CSA has been using that very, very well. Excuse me. And
They're going. What is this for? Corn Brigade, 30th Ohio. They're going straight for that fence on the road.
so they're starting to get their shots off. Meanwhile, you have some more CSA up behind them. 12th VA looks like they're just running up, taking shots and falling back. Now, 30th Ohio pulls back. I was a little confused there. I'm like, why is 30th Ohio so far forward and then 12th VA running up, shooting, and running back? Inconsistency. You have a couple 8th Ohio guys on the cap right now for CSA. I don't know if they're tapping. I assume they are. They're in the bushes right next to point. Man, this is... what a good round.
Yeah.
I don't know. This isn't... from raw entertainment value, just sitting and shooting the whole time is not the most exhilarating thing, but the tactics make this very... I don't know. I like this. It's great.
What did I say? you flip it to an east to west battle.
And it's an automatic win, so we're
And
ending the stream.
It's great for you, Union.
All
It's a
right.
great thing.
8th Ohio's pushing up. Looks like they're going to be the ones to try to retake points. So CSA trying to take it with the least amount of guys as possible, which makes sense. Is Union going to try to contest, though? They haven't really done so far. Granted, a lot higher of a CSA force has...
I think Union's going to contest it.
I mean, there's not a lot of CSA there. Not like they necessarily know that, though. They're facing that way. And it looks like they're just going to let him retake it. Except for one Rambo from the Union who's rushing in. Mr. Opinions from MSG. He's in the bushes. This is what Union needs. Some out-of-line tickets. Lost. I don't know if he's trying to prevent the cap, but... Gotta be in at least skirmishing. Oh my goodness. 7th Texas does not like artillery. Or artillery doesn't like them. Where is Union artillery at? They've got 2 guns up to the right side of the Union line. CSA retake point. I mean, are they trying to roll up any more guns?
I mean, with the CSA on the hill, you might as well just respawn at the arty spawn. You've already got guns looking at the hill. Just by default. Start sending some canister that way. You get 3 3-inch guns. They have great canister capability. As opposed to these Napoleons that have such a spread that they're going to hit like maybe one person. Even at like 50 yards.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold up. If you look at CSA artillery, the back one, there is a flipped cannon. 2 rounds in a row.
I kind of doubt that Union did that.
He was Willie, wasn't it?
Thank you, Bates, for that.
It's definitely Recoil that did that. From that other gun, I think.
Wow. I guess you got to talk about it and it happens. I guess that's kind of how things are. So, CSA still slightly up on tickets. Ever since they took this hill, they've kind of taken that ticket lead. Artillery's also hitting great shots on Union, but they should be. So is Union going to go in for a cap? What are they waiting on? I mean, despite Union being down, again, they're still in a great spot. You can be down by a whole morale stage and an attacker, and you can still win games.
I kind of wish that these southern Union groups would push up toward the artillery more. I mean, they have room to. I'm pretty sure. I think they can get up to the road, and that's about it. But they could get up and have some great shots on the CSA arty.
I mean, maybe they just don't want to get close and deal with buckenball or CSA artillery canister.
Ah, come on now.
You're a rock star.
I mean, look, if you take this line, pushed up, maybe spread out a tiny bit more, you don't have to worry about canister. And even then, you're shooting directly at the arty with rifles. You're gonna get some decent tickets off of them. And then buck and ball, I mean, come on.
Hi guys, I'm back.
They're not that close. Well, okay. So the thing is, when you have these skirmish lines, the buck and ball's not going to do great. On top of just it being more than 50 yards away or something.
Right.
But, Union has to figure something out with these tickets.
I'm a buck and
And
ball
I think
defender at all ranges.
probably a decent amount of it is coming from the CSA artillery.
So, interestingly, some of the CSA groups are just sitting back. You could see from CSA view here. Colquitt's here, they're just kind of crouching back. 8th Ohio is kind of doing a similar thing. Never mind.
12th
They're
VA.
to reload.
Yeah, 12th VA is just sitting back behind the hill.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing volley fire like FSB.
Yeah, so they're still trying to play the clock. I don't know if at this point you can really play the clock, but I like that CSA is still trying to avoid tickets. But
yeah, it's not bad. I mean, CSA is kind of posturing that they're trying to counterattack. But They don't want to, actually. They're just letting Union stay out there and hit imaginary Confederates.
Oh.
I think also
So, hey,
CSA splitting the
Crunch, you
ball
wanna
in
do
Union
something?
Court and being like, okay, it's your turn again. You're attacking. Come on, do your thing.
Yeah.
Which Union already just shot right in the center of FSB and I think got like half of them. So both sides about to hit taking losses. One more morale stage until the cap and win can happen from the attacker. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that tonight. So that's the actually crazy. I mean, what are we at server pop here? Okay, 295, 150 on Union. But the fact that 150 guys are nearly spreading the whole width of this, or length, I don't know, length of the field. Union could definitely spread out to the whole length of the field if they want to. That is insane. We should be playing Progress Mill or High Street.
We will eventually. I won't be able to commentate, but we'll be there.
Is that a? Oh right, that's a 2-core night.
Yep.
You guys are CSA, right?
We're Union.
On High Street?
No, on Progress Mill.
Oh.
High Street we're CSA.
Okay, if you do not win High Street as CSA, that is an embarrassment, and your regiment should disband. That is all I will say.
Okay.
CSA dropped to taking losses. Union is down a little bit. I think it was a while back. I mean, what was it? The Historical Rules event, the EU Sunday event, they banned High Street. It's like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I don't know. Time flies. But they banned it recently because Union got curb stomped. In HDC, the head admin ended the round in the middle of the event because Union was getting curb stomped so bad.
Oh my God.
Because
was this UEC? Is that what you said?
No, HDC.
Oh, HDC.
Yeah, one of the NA Sunday night events. They just ended the round because they were having such a bad time.
They're just like, all right, that's enough.
We're done.
Alright, we're good.
I've never seen a mercy rule in War of Rights.
There was no mercy rule in the event either, so I've heard the debrief for that event was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Because I'm sure if that was ever brought up, they'd be like, nah, that would never happen.
Never happens until it does. Anyways, Union capped the point. It's a 7-minute counterattack, unlike the previous counterattacks, which have been 12 and 20 minutes because Union's down and taking losses. 12 minutes if CSA isn't engaged, 20 minutes if they're in battle ready. The question is Union actually going to try to hold this for 6.5 minutes now, or are they going to kind of play this game and wait till CSA hits breaking? We'll see. I think
I would love to see on this map, and this is unrelated to what you were saying. I was just having this thought. I would love to see CSA canister volley. Just as Union's all clumped up there.
The amount of lag I would have.
I don't even care if you hit teammates.
The amount of lag I would have as a spectator, oh my goodness. I wonder how much lag that would be for an in-game
Canister
person.
volley. I want to see it.
Anyways, CSA wiped kind of that first Union line. They're retaking the point. MSG is holding on that straight fence for Union. They're going to get shot up in a second, but Corn Brigade's just reloading in their faces.
I'm gonna shoot you if I get down.
There we go. Your officer getting a good shot in there, Spartan.
Yeah, FSB coming down the hill, meeting second corps. That's about the only resistance they'll see over there.
So
Oh, FSB got tore up.
I mean, I would hope so when you're outnumbered 2-1 or 3-1. But
Well,
yeah,
that wasn't 3-1. Maybe 2-1.
nah, at least 5-1.
Ah.
So Union's strategy, they're not trying to hold this. So it really seems like Union, whether intentional or not, does not think they can win a close engagement on point, which would make sense when your opponent has bucket ball in a nice arty position. I mean, we haven't really seen Union artillery outside of one shot on FSB, which was a good shot. But it seems Union just wants to keep playing this game back and forth of the, oh my goodness, 2-core pushed up and they're being charged out. Hello. 12 BA is charging. And 2 Corps getting out of dodge. What a shot there from one of the 12th VA guys getting a flag. And 2 Corps might lose their flag. Union artillery trying to shoot, but they're missing. CSA retakes.
Yeah, they're probably gonna lose that flag.
So
I mean, it's
oh my
in a decent position.
who
Getting it
kicked
back into the corn. It's very recoverable.
Zuna?
That's Souls, if you know. He just randomly decides to change his name sometimes.
Pretty based, but that's a good
We
flag
make
cooking
fun of
guy.
him for that a lot.
Yeah. Some 12th VA guys are going through, and they got the flag back down, but that was a good pickup, though. So, tickets are still close, slightly in CSA's favor. It really seems that Union does not want to get in any sort of close engagement with the CSA at all.
Oh, they're getting closer.
Dang
Sensitive
it!
Brigade Twin Banners, they're coming in. They're joining this big line.
But I really wonder if Union is going to keep playing this game. Because eventually CSA is going to hit breaking. CSA will probably have to stay on point, if not right next to it. I don't know how back CSA would wait. Maybe CSA would wait for Union to start capping. But regardless, eventually it's going to come down to a close engagement on point. I wonder if Union's going to force the cap attempt when Union or in CSA hit breaking. Or if Union's going to try to do a final push last stand type of thing. Because I don't know if Union can win a close engagement. So, oh my goodness, this might be the longest broadcast if it goes these 20 minutes, which we'll see.
Yeah. I would like to see CSA roll a cannon, preferably a 10-pound, to the east in this field. Because then they can look straight down the Union line. I think it'd be cool. I'm not a big fan of these CSA groups pushing out right now because they're not on counterattack. You know, if Union makes a decent move, these guys could be in trouble.
What are you talking about?
To the south.
Are you
To
saying
the
CSA infantry?
CSA right. Yeah, they're kind of out in the field right now. Union's able to face them.
They've kind of
on
been there the whole
counterattack.
time, and they haven't really done much during counterattack, except for the one time 8th Ohio went through and took the point by themselves.
Well, Twin Banners and 59th, they pulled toward the center, and then these guys pretty much immediately came out to get in their side. It's not bad, but they just have to watch out for their tickets.
They have a little tickets to burn. Is Union going to take the point again? It's they've got plenty of time.
I feel like they might as well.
What the heck? We've done it. Crap! How many times have we done it already? 4?
It's been a long night. Because I mean, CSA they can't be any more away from breaking now. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they can't get any more tickets. They can't get farther than half a stage away from breaking. So, you know, you can cap it, you can not cap it. It's not going to matter too much, as long as you get CSA tickets down.
I wonder if Union should pre-cap starting now. You could definitely wait till you're closer.
I think it'd be a little early.
You could feint them out, though. Maybe they leave early, but CSA has been waiting for Union to cap and then they go in, so...
I don't know. I think if they started to, like, pre-cap now, it'd be a few minutes before CSA is gonna see it be a good idea to, you know, get those people off and get ready to jump the point.
I can't even focus.
That'd be a fun cap game. Run on and off the point.
I've been doing skirmishing.
Don't cap it.
Watching our left run it in the last round.
But Union capping would not be the worst thing.
No, they'd be fine.
It really seems like Union's waiting for CSA to breaking, and then they're going to try to take point.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be they're gonna be waiting a while.
Yeah, which a cap doesn't hurt you here if Union. If anything, it gives you more time, unless they're worried about losing more tickets on the counterattack, which is maybe why they're not doing it. So, what the heck? Union is about to drop into braking. CSA getting there, but
Next bayonet.
Bayonet sticks, get them on.
I think Union could, on this south side, get aggressive, and they can stay off of point
CSA
for a
fell
good
back there.
ways. Yeah, they can push up and harass that artillery, and they can get a lot of tickets there.
Yeah, I'm hearing bayonets being ordered on from the Union side. So it looks like Union's going to try to just win this off the rip. Very risky. If it doesn't go well for Union, Union could drop a significant amount of tickets with CSA having buck and ball. But of course, we'll see what happens when it plays out. Union's down on tickets already.
Okay, so you see that one, you guys, you gotta eat that.
Ouch.
You're okay. It wasn't that bad.
I think now might be a decent time for Union to start pre-capping and have everyone else get aggressive, because there's a decent amount of CSA that's a little bit of a ways from point. There was some people harassing the artillery. They got a few more back toward the center.
We had a couple CSA guys over here by Union already spawned. Some FSB guys.
Yeah, they had a few more people over there before.
What the dog doing? He's taking them on. Union is starting to pre-cap here. Oh,
Well, they gave up on that.
nice shot. What the dog doing is dead. Oh, my pre-cap stopped. I mean, Union could mass charge across the open field, but that'd be a beautiful thing to see. I don't know how well it would work. That'd actually be...
What would be?
No, if Union just did a mass charge.
Oh, I mean, not a bad thing.
Oh.
Charge right over the point. You'll probably get into braking, and you know CSA probably won't be able
Hold
to
them
get
off
back
long
to the point.
enough. But this
At the very least, they're braking, and you respawn and.
I mean, oh, there goes a pre-cap. I mean, these points here for Twin Banners are absolutely huge. I mean, we saw 59th go 2-0 last week, and they have a huge lead in their division now. And again, there's 4 groups, whatever, I don't know the specific word for it. There's 4 groups with 3 regiments in it. 2 of those 3 groups make it into the playoffs, and so you don't want to go 0-2 on a night in the regular season. That sets you back really, really far. So, Union's starting to pre-cap. CSA still not leaving. This is close. You know,
I mean,
I would be a little disappointed if CSA just hit braking and the Union pre-capped one. That'd be a sad way, kind of like no major thing. But granted, that just shows you the tactics and the smarts with everything. So it's really impressive in that sense.
Right. Union can still just attack right now. I mean, well,
They can
CSA's coming
attack?
to him. So it's,
Oh my goodness.
okay. Yeah. Either way, CSA they're coming out right now, so Union doesn't really need to cap at this point. They've kind of got what they wanted. They only need to send us a few people on the point,
Are they gonna go?
and then just wait for CSA to rush the point.
They're gonna go.
Yeah.
Points going in their favor. CSA is very, very spread out right now.
CSA, they have to kind of flood it. You can't really. It's hard to stay calm in this position and not say, okay, everyone flood the point.
Looks like they're gonna take it.
They might.
Now they
might
are.
have changed though.
What
Oh,
a game
wow.
here from Twin Banners. Very, very impressive. They started off. CSA wasn't talking with them. They weren't shooting with them. Oh, hello. But Twin Banners reacted accordingly, and they played this perfectly. CSA, they had a very good plan. They executed it very well. It's just, I mean, Union was playing that perfectly, and at CSA, there's not really a whole lot you could do. I mean, if you want the countercharge used, they have to go in the open. Anyways, Corded, your thoughts?
Well, that's gonna have to be one more thing that CSA defenders are gonna have to plan for, is Union spreading out and those long lines. We saw that last time Hagerstown was played in the championship. But yeah, Twin Banners did a good job flipping the field into an east to west battle. Union's got all rifles, keeping it a long range is a little bit more advantageous to them. CSA already did a decent job making the Union move around a little bit. Yeah, CSA teams are just gonna have to start planning for that.
Indeed. Anyways, we'll be back with the post-game stuff. Alrighty, here we are with the stats for the Twin Banner victory on the Hagerstown Turnpike, and that's results in the standings as follows. With that all being said, thank you all for tuning in to another week of the Smoke and Steel League. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. We have a lot of other links in the description as well. With that all being said, I appreciate you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. See ya in the next one. Goodbye.